Hello, welcome back to the Garcia Center. I am Mr. Eugene, and we're continuing our Christmas theme. For this project, you'll need your small paper plate. You have a set of 3 different colored greens, a light green, a dark green, and kind of like a neon yellow green, a piece of red paper, and in your little kit in the bag, you should have a little sheet of red tissue paper, and also your template if you need it. You might need this bow template and this little leaf template. The first thing you want to do with your scissors is to cut this inner circle out of your little paper plate. To do that, all you do is fold it slightly in half, like a taco, and then you make a cut right here. You just fold it and cut it, and with that cut, you stick your scissors in there, and you cut around that inner circle of the plate. Once you have this, you can just go ahead and just throw this away. And then the next step you want to do is you can draw your own leaves or use this template. Pretty much the leaf shape I use kind of looks like a lemon shape or an eye shape. And you're gonna need plenty of leaves to cover your wreath. And try to cover the whole thing up, because the more you have covered, the better to the look. So you don't really want to see too much of the white part of the plate. And to save time, if you're good at this, you can just kind of like stack your 3 papers together and make sure at least one side lines up. And with your template, you can go ahead and just, while keeping this paper flat and straight, keeping one side even, you can trace your template, or again, make your own leaves. It's your wreath. You can make it how you want to make it. Just try to cover most of the white of the plate up. And just make your leaf templates, your leaf template to make trace the leaf shape. So I'm tracing on one paper, but when I cut it out, I'm gonna make sure it's lined up. So each one I make is gonna have 3. So this will be if I draw out 9 leaves, I'll have more leaves to cut out. I have plenty more leaves to use. Let's see if I can fit 9 leaves on this paper. Maybe I can. Maybe can even fit maybe more than 9. Let's see. I guess row 9. So when you cut it out, instead of just 9 leaves, you would have 27 leaves. So again, I just kind of stacked them up, and I made sure one line was even. One side of the paper, 3 sides of the paper were even, and I just kind of cut the excess paper to make it easier to cut the shape of the leaves. And while I'm doing this, I'm holding on to the paper so they won't move or shift around. And again, if you can't do this, you can just go ahead and trace them one by one and cut them out one by each leaf individually. That's fine too. This way it's just a little quicker. And you have 3 different greens, just so it has some texture, maybe so it won't look so flat. If you just use one color, say if you use only one color green, it may look a little flat. This way it looks like the leaves add a little bit more dimension to your wreath. And again, you could have some scraps. If they're large enough, you can use it for something else. If they're some really small pieces, you can just go ahead and throw them away. Cutting out my leaves. And that's it for now. If I need more, I'll go ahead and cut some more out. And with your leaves, again, if you want, maybe try to use the pencil side down so you won't see the pencil marks too much on your leaves. If you don't, that's fine. And I just go ahead and lay them out on here with a little bit of glue. Maybe like 2 leaves to cover the edges, like this. And I keep going around just using different colors. So I use a light, so I just use, again, like a pattern. I use the lightest green, the dark green, and then the light green. So they're not too close together. For example, how they overlap and they kind of pop out against each other. And so I just continue going and going until I cover the whole wreath. And just enough to cover the white part of the plate. So they don't have to be too close together, but just enough. And of course, it'd be nice too if it sticks out a little bit from the plate so it looks nice and full. So you just continue doing this, overlapping your leaves. All the way around until you get your wreath looks something like this, where it's fully covered. And the next step would be to use your bowl template, or you can go ahead and make your own bowl or any decorations you like to add to your wreath. I have it here. I use this sample here for the template. I kind of cut it out already. And you can figure out, do I want the bow on top of my wreath so it hangs down the middle, or do I want it at the bottom? Depending on how you want to decorate your own wreath. For this sample, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the bottom. So again, just put some glue. And for my template too, once I cut it out, I kind of just add a little like black outline detail, so it's just not a shape of red, so you can see where the middle of the bow is, and some details of the bow so you can know where the folds are in there. And then from your little kit, you should have a little piece of red tissue paper. Pretty much just tearing off little pieces off, then gluing them onto your wreath to add some more decoration. So it's a very nice, festive looking Christmas wreath. And for something Christmas related, if you don't do Christmas related wreaths, you can also make something else. You can just make like a decorated wreath. It doesn't have to be a Christmas wreath. See, again, I'm just getting some tissue, squeezing it to a little ball, putting some paint on one side, sorry, not paint, glue. And then placing it on the wreath. So you have your little nice little holiday wreath going on here with the construction paper, tissue paper, with the base of the paper plate. And that includes today's project, and I'll see you guys next time.